said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Pulled down for the tackle.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now on the move. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bray. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's got him in the flat. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. The Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. From the gun. Give on the inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
It's third and goal and third and long.
Come on, set.
Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the run, it's Davison. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Moore to the air. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I know, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Flushed out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making side adjustments here. Got it in the middle. It's Bond. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide.
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for it.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Lining up for the PAT. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll keep it on the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moore will throw. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got him. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Perry.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Ducks will try to convert on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. He decided.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. Touchdown, Oregon! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
To the air on first down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Moore to the air. They're working that left side. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in.
Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, he's going for it all. Makes the grab on the shot. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for space. It's Davison. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Makes a connection. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bond. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Turning it on. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Can't get him to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Trojans come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one.
More to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Ducks! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in down the middle. They make the stop with a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now from inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore will throw. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brooks. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Was to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Moore to the air. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball. They forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score.
What a huge play, and that just goes to show you, man, when this guy is covered, he's open. Final play of the first half. I think everybody knows where the ball is going, and still, they can't stop him from hauling it in the end zone, giving his team the lead on the last play of the first half. That was huge.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Moore will throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Brooks. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run.
Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's what...
He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Moore to the air. Punts it out of the air. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Ducks! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Ncaa would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll run it from the gun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Swings it out to the flat. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Quarterback making checks. He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jess.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll run play action. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Got it! And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great play.
Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. Moore to the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quick completion on the out. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive.
There he goes. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Smith. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 22 to Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Discards him with the stiff arm. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Moore will throw. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but